Math. It's enough to make your head spin. Some people love it, some don't. But we all use it every single day. The formulas and equations you are seeing now were not created by Stephen Hawking or one of the world's great mathematicians. No, these colorful math rules and definitions were devised by this woman.
A is 6.
Meet Alisa Torres, a student and a mom who has come back to school to continue her education. But what will surprise you about Alisa's colorful math rules is that when Alisa first came back to school, math was certainly not her best subject. Her placement test produced a low math score, but as you'll see, it is essential to begin your math education at the right level.
When I found out what math I was going to take, I was like, wow, this is really basic math. And so I was like, I think at the time it was Math 83, so it was pretty low. So from going from kind of embarrassed, I think, because I was such a low math level, and then continuing as I continued and then ended with it, pretty confident. So I said, okay, well I can do this. So I decided to continue.
Instead of seeing the whole big problem.
And now you'll find Alisa helping her fellow students here in the tutoring center. How Alisa made it from a low math score to her role as a math mentor is really the message of this video. You can do it too. We'll get back to Alisa's story in a moment. First meet a mentor's mentor, a math teacher's math teacher. Heidi Lyman
says the log base A of A to the R
is the math coordinator and an instructor at South Seattle Community College. Heidi will do everything she can to demonstrate the importance of math to her students, like flying with the Blue Angels.
for everybody, my students, that if you have any fear, face those fears and you can do it. And some of my students actually fear math, but I just keep telling them in class they don't need to fear math if they, do it, follow the rules and techniques, and try it.
The story of how Heidi became a math whiz began long ago, all thanks to her dad.
And then my dad, being a math teacher, he had us as kids, there's 4 of us kids. He said, I'd pay you $1 a set if you grade my math tests. And he said, I'll grade one and you can see how many points each thing is with. So basically from age 12 on, I was grading math tests at $1 a set, algebra, arithmetic, and up through pre-calculus. So it's like I saw the pattern over and over and over, so you memorize it and you know it. And math becomes easy.
Whether you find it easy or not, math is important. Not only does it apply constantly in our daily lives, it's the foundation for some successful career paths.
Some students think of math as just a required class. They just think of it as a requirement. And so they take it to fulfill their requirement. They don't really see that it's fun and it's applied everywhere in all the jobs and everything that use math. The last few years, the top 6 jobs have involved mathematics. And one of the top #1 jobs is an actuary, and that involves a lot of mathematics. But here, engineering, astronomy, robotics, genetics, medicine, statistics, forensics, and everybody likes those crime scene movies. Finance, everybody has to be involved in finance, even if it's not your job. We all get mortgages, maybe buy a loan for a car, and you have to think about, you're earning your money, you want to spend it wisely, and you don't want to waste money on interest rates. Well, anyway, computer science, physics, geology, geologists, climatology, climate, ecology. Even if you're interested in the environment, that uses a lot of math.
It's just something that is true.
Succeeding in math is the theme of this video. And Heidi's first piece of advice might seem like a no-brainer, but it can make or break your progress. Seek help, early and often. Instructors, tutors, and your fellow students are waiting to assist you. It is a key to math victory.
So that's why a student should really come talk to me, and I can advise them of what to do. Yeah, but going from, getting from your high school class into the right math class is not always easy, but that's why we have the math coordinator. And there's other math teachers you can talk to too.
And the help doesn't end with an instructor or advisor. There is assistance online, and there are other high-tech helpers, like this CD, for instance, which Heidi recommends. But one of the most popular and best ways to get help?
Now, if you want to talk to a live person, here at South we have MAST, which is the Math and Science Tutoring Center, and that's exceptional. I've seen students in my summer classes that I thought there's no way they're going to pass. I tell them, you have to go to MAST. You need to be working on this daily. You need to have someone else there and guiding you to ask questions and that sort of thing. Anyway, so I've seen over summer easy, about 5 students in my class that would not have passed if they didn't go to MAST.
It doesn't really matter where you are on your path to math success. Colleges have tutors and other support programs on hand that can solve any obstacle. One of the most popular tutors, well, that's Patrick Torres. He's a native of Saipan. He started his college education at South several years ago, went on to graduate from the University of Washington, and now he's back at South, but this time around as an instructor with his own students. And as you might guess, he's one of the biggest cheerleaders of MAST because it helped him so much.
It's a good place for people to meet, work individually and work in groups, and they offer free tutoring. So for students who are struggling with math or who just need extra help, they can always seek a tutor or even private tutoring. So one-on-one tutoring is available there. And it's just a great place for people to just interact with each other, get to meet people, and it's like a second home. You go there and relax and just talk to people, work, do your homework. And I would say that being fresh out of graduate school, still thinking as a student but being an instructor at the same time, I kind of feel for my students, and I know what it's like to be in their position, so I try to make things really easy for them. And especially being a student for so long, it has helped me try to understand students and help them succeed in those, probably not the same way I did, but succeed in some way.
And you can find helpful programs like MAST and caring faculty like Patrick at most college campuses. And where might we find Patrick in 5 years?
I'm actually thinking about pursuing a PhD in applied math, and South Seattle has given me that opportunity, and the nice thing about coming to South is that this is the place where it all started for me. And I came around full circle, and I'm giving back to where it was given to me.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Sia understands opportunity. He is happy, he's in college, and he plans to transfer soon from community college to a university to study law enforcement. But Sia wasn't always sure he'd go to college. Discovering help was available in overcoming difficulties with math has kept him motivated as he achieves his AA degree.
I didn't know if I wanted to go to college or not. I was more like, as soon as I get done with high school, go into the workforce. That was it. That was going to be it. College was more like if I had time. But that first year, even though I was learning anything, it was just a test for me to see if I wanted to stay in college. Oh, I hated math. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. I did not. And here's the funny part about it too. If you were to tell me this about 6 years ago when I was in elementary middle school, oh, I love math. I love finding the graphing and everything, finding the X and Y. Oh, I used to love it and everything. As soon as I hit high school, switched. I hate math. I don't like math. I don't get math. I hate geometry. Why do I have to find the shape? Why do I have to find the radius of the circle if that's going to result to me figure out if I'm right or wrong on this test? Didn't like it. Even. I hate him. I hate math.
As a result, Sia took only the amount of math required by his high school.
So what did I do my senior year? Didn't take any math. But now that I look on it, since I'm here and I take math, I'm like, well, maybe I should have been a little bit more serious about math. Maybe I should pay attention to what the teacher was saying, because you kind of really do need math. You need at least the basic fundamentals of math.
There was plenty of help available to Sia to help him master those math fundamentals.
Well, this pre-course classes helped me out a lot because it helped me refresh my mind. And now on top of that, the tutors here, especially in the math place, I don't go there every day, but I go there once in a while when I'm in trouble. They are terrific. I have a couple of friends who took calculus and tricks over that. So compared to my math class, it's like nothing's easy. And they help me, and then even the teachers here who teach the math, even though you have 10 weeks, you learn so much, they explain it to the where you're gonna understand it. They're gonna show you how the steps to do it, and then show you 10 different examples of the same way of doing it. And that's pretty much how I learned.
And Sia has some advice that may help you.
Take math. I'm gonna be honest with you. Take math, and this is going out for everyone who's in high school who says, "Oh, I don't want to take math." Take math.
You're working with 3 letters, A, B,
And that persistence pays off. Remember Alisa, the student and mom who has come back to school? She looks back at the turning point when math began to really make sense.
I actually was getting good grades in my tests. That's what probably changed it for me, because I didn't do very well in school with math, with tests, just tests in general. I did the homework, I did everything else that was okay, but when it came to the test, I would always do very badly. So the test kind of just showed me the results of like what I'm capable of doing. So I think it was the tests and the quizzes that I took in the class that actually changed my attitude towards math.
And just look at Alisa now. She's a tutor and mentor to her fellow students. Does it surprise her to have advanced so much?
Yes, it does, because I never thought that I would actually be helping others with math now, and feel confident in helping someone do something with it.
And Alisa would like to enthusiastically share her success with the whole world.
It's like if you know that there's a big sale at Macy's, right? You're not just going to keep it to yourself. You're going to call all your friends. You're going to be like, oh my God, there's this great sale. We got to go. You got to go. It's like I figured out math. I figured out this puzzle. And so you should try it. And so that's why I do it. It's because I feel like since I figured it out, then there's possibility that you can figure it out.
One of the big rewards for this teacher-to-be can all be seen in the interaction with the students Alisa tutors.
I'm glad I met you today.
Yeah, you too. I give you a hug because you're so inspiring.
Thank you.
You're so inspiring. Now we have a good day today.
And the greatest reward of all,
My mom said to me when I started school, "You've always been a sharp tack, kiddo. Your tip just got a little dull." She goes, "It's good to see you sharp again. It's good to see you alive again."
so is there a common thread? Is there a magic bullet for succeeding in math? Math coordinator Heidi Lyman would tell you, don't get too discouraged, but don't become overconfident either.
See, like, I don't think I can do it, and I don't have any confidence, and so there's that obstacle that they need to overcome, the fact, their attitude. They need to have the confidence. Okay, they need to tell themselves, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. I can go to the resources, I can get the help I need, and I can do it. Okay, so that's you have in the lower level. But then actually in the higher level, the type of obstacle you can have is like the pre-calculus calculus. You get the students to say, I'm so smart, I don't need to read the book, I don't need to do the homework, I can do it all, I'm good at math. I 4-pointed math all the way through high school. So the obstacle there is their confidence is way too high. Yeah, and I get a lot of those too. So yeah, it's both sides.
So what is the common message from these remarkable examples of success? Math is doable, but it is important to be realistic, set smaller goals, and follow them to reach the ultimate goal of understanding math. For example, one step is to seek help. Find it early. Be sure to take advantage of it and use it often. It's there for you. Another step is to build a support system with instructors and classmates. And maybe the most important is how to think about math. It is not a foreign language. It's universal and part of life at every turn.
Let's take that class because I like Hoffman.
Okay.
Possibly the wisest words of this entire presentation come from the young man you met earlier. Sia. In his struggles with math, Sia made constant use of the Math and Science Tutoring Center. And here you see one of Sia's other secrets to success. Regular meetings with his advisor, mapping out his studies, class by class, with the skill and kindness of this available expert. But more than anything, Sia has an attitude that might just be his most important asset.
Yes, people should take math. Okay, I'm not joking. Take the math, take the algebra, take the geometry, take the algebra 2. And if your school offers trig and whatnot, you take the trig. If they offer for calculus, take the calculus. Trust me. Because when you hit college, you only got 10 weeks to learn that. High school, you got a year. It's a little bit different. 1 year of high school of learning that, it's just basically 1/4 of math here. Take it.